Never mind who you thought I was. I'm Rick James, bitch.
The one and only, the original. I was born by the river. I was shaking that ass, bending over, popping pizza. I was making that cat. Bring that ass here, boy. Turn up. Fuck you, man.
Great day, beautiful people, and welcome to another beautiful episode of Illustrate Radio. And before we get to all of that, I would like to make sure that we take care of the house first, so y'all be sure. Look at my boo, look at hey boo, check mark. How you doing? Right, I'm gonna get to this first because my boo said make sure my lighting is good, my lips look good, lashes check, beaming check.
Today ain't got no lashes today. They just getting all
natural.
seated.
That's what I'm talking about.
Everything that God gave me.
That's what I'm talking about. Everything that we're born with and blessed with. So make sure that everyone, thank you for being here again. Make sure that you tune in each and every Wednesday at 9 p.m. We are everywhere that you are not. And we are everywhere that you are. Be sure to check us out on Roku. If you do not have Roku 7 On Demand channel, you can also log on to www.7od.net. Make sure you check us out there. Follow us, thumbs up, like, and share on our YouTube channel as well, because we need a lot of love there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to make sure y'all show us love there. And then shout out to WEMS Radio. You can also catch us live on their website too. So I don't want any excuses as to why you cannot be with us. We're on Twitch, Spotify, Apple. I mean, the list just goes on and on. So y'all make sure y'all do all of that, because love is love, right? So again, welcome to my beautiful co-host T Gray. How you doing, boo?
I'm good. Kind of good. Just round off this week. This week whipping up on me just a little bit. A little bit, but you know, making it do.
Yeah, it's been a rough week to say the least, you know, but we are blessed and highly favored, and we are here, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, our DJ could not be here with us tonight. With good reason as well. So we definitely will be missing you, Mimi, tonight, because I could have really used the mix, because we all know how Raw loved music and all of that good stuff. So I'm just going, you know, jump right into it with my Just My Luck. Okay, beautiful people, it is just my luck that I am alive. I have gratitude for my life. I'm appreciative of my family and my loved ones. I'm at peace and I'm happy, and I'm so grateful for that. I was going to talk about something totally different today, actually, but the news that I got this morning definitely has taken me back a lot, because we lost 2 people again within the Jamaican Caribbean dancehall community. Raul and his brother, they passed away recently. And I don't know his brother personally, but I do know Raul personally. And I know that if he was because they were so close, he had to be a person of so much love and light as well, because that's all his brother exuded. This man was so caring beyond measures, so charismatic, extremely funny, but also so super humble and a go-getter. Even up until the moment of his passing, he was on vacation and still being a boss at the same time, because he was a real estate agent. And I just want everyone to we need to take away and allow his light that he had and he was able to share with us, allow that light to comfort us in this time. And to thrive off of it too, because he was a person that always pushed us to be what the best, whether it was, oh, you need to hurry up and get your credit together to buy a house, or when are you going to take these classes, or cracking jokes about something, or supporting his godchildren. Tiffany and everyone, my heart goes out with you as well, because I know that was somebody who was very near and dear to your heart. But again, I want us to use this energy to make sure that we are living and we are thriving every day, because tomorrow is not promised. You can literally be here one day and then the next breath, because I just embraced this man 2 weeks ago at our friend Mickey's memorial. And it was nothing but love, nothing but love. I saw his smile from across the room. One of the first people I hugged when I got in there. Just an amazing being, period. So just make sure that we know we are living in love and light and peace every day. I'm not sure what the universe is trying to tell us, but they are trying to tell us something. And I think that's I think that's for us to live. I think that's for us to live in love. Okay. And also shout out to please. I got my shirt on. Okay, so earlier this morning I had this shirt to wear as well, but as you can see, I dropped makeup on it earlier. Hold on, wait. And Boo said she's still gonna want a picture in it, so I said I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna make sure I wear it on the show as well. So yeah, shout out to Pleasant Tees for my shirt. I am very grateful, thankful, and all of these things that this shirt possesses. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all follow them on Instagram. They have a lot of dope things going on over there too. And that is it for my Just My Luck. What you got for us, T Gray?
So, you guys, it is time for my love and and it's always seems like what we talk about kind of runs together. And today isn't any different. So today's love and is love and have a dope ass team. And although I'm sorry that you all lost your friend, it sounded as if he was a dope ass member of the team. Everybody does need that person that pushes them, that motivates them, that wants them to get up off their ass, that wants them to be better. And I think sometimes that is overlooked. A lot of people have this idea that you make it by yourself. I did this by myself. I came out the mud and all that other shit that people be saying. First off, you ain't never stepped foot in mud. Let's start there. I probably didn't even play with dirt when you was a kid. But the reality of it is you can't make it to any level of success just on your own blood, sweat, and tears. I know it sounds fantastic. I know people will say, I do everything by myself. You don't. You didn't come into the world that way. There was a doctor who pulled you up out of there. So, in that same vein, it's important that as you do go through life and as you are making these choices to be successful, to have your brand, to build, to do whatever it is that you want to do, you have to have a strong team in place. Your team don't got to be 5 to 7, 10 to 12 people. It doesn't. Why any rapper steps on stage with 20 people is beyond me. But that's not how big your team is. Not how many people are on your team. It's who your team is comprised of. How well they get the job done. Um, as I've gone through this process of just being through great and having my show, building my show, being a part of other shows, producing, directing, doing these other things, um, my team has changed, but it has enabled me to be better. And if your team and if your supporting people around you don't make you better, then it's time for you to go ahead and get rid. It's time for you to go ahead and get rid of them. If they're not building, if they're not growing, if you're not learning, if you all aren't manifesting together, if it's nothing that they're adding to, then the reality is the only thing that they're successfully doing is taking from. So I know that you want your homeboy to be on the team. I know your homeboy used to cook, so you want him to be your chef. I know your homeboy used to do security outside the club, so you think he can maintain and be security in charge of 20 people. I know that we all have these grandiose ideas of our friends, of our family, of what their capabilities are and what they can and can't do. The reality of it is, as you choose your team, you need to choose people that you can learn from and grow to. And then once you get there, it's okay to switch out your team. It's okay to switch out people on your team if they're not sufficient, but it's also okay to switch out if you have outgrown your team. Your team has to be able to change with you and with your environment. As my team at year one is not my same team at year three. And the team that I have now, although I know that 4 or 5 years from now, that might not be the same team that I had, but the people that I have now, they push me. They help me to grow. Like, I am better. I can see where I'm better. I can see the positions that I'm in better. I can see the things that I'm doing better. I can see my role. I can see the way that I look. I can see it in the way that I act. I can see it in the way that I speak. I can see that they are influencing every portion of T Gray to be at her best. And that is what you need to have in a team. Don't ever think that you get anywhere just on your own. I didn't go from a phone to having a network in my house and this dope ass mic that my producer likes so much. But I didn't go from being in the back of the club with my cell phone for 5 minutes in the damn dark, might as well say, to sitting on the screen in front of you. I'm gonna be on your TV next Wednesday at 8. You're gonna catch me on 3 and 4 shows. I have everything that I need to be successful and to be in this moment. And I couldn't have done that without my team. So shout out to them, because you know exactly who the fuck you are. You know exactly what the fuck you've done. And I love you all. I appreciate you all. But yo, make sure that your team knows that they matter and knows that they count. And make sure that they know when it's time to go and you know when it's time to grow. That's it.
Right. Another thing too, your team might not be the same. Just to add on to that, I think what you said was beautiful. Your team also may not be the same because they're also growing too, and that's okay as well. So it's nothing wrong with growth, because the people that can help you today, they're helping you today to catapult you to the next milestone. So what you said was beautiful, and that was one thing that man definitely preached, was making sure that you are always elevating yourself into something else. So yeah, shout out to that. So let's get right into it. Hold on, wait. No, wait. I'm sorry. I'm drawing a blank.
Spit that.
Y'all have to forgive me, okay? I am not all the way here, and I'm also drinking. That's something that Congress is also trying to stop doing, because they are monitoring. Now they are trying to implement new applications in your vehicles that will monitor your driving. I mean, your alcohol intake, to help stop drunk driving, which I think that this is somewhat of a great deal. Congress plans on spending $1.2 trillion on infrastructure. It's on its way, according to Joe Biden's desk. Congress is allocating $1.7 billion on safety programs. I'm just trying to figure out where they're getting all this money from. The rollout of modern systems may happen as early as 2026. But before companies start installing them, the transportation department would have access to the best form of technology and give automakers ample time to comply with the new law. Now, I'm not sure how to feel about this, because I feel like, though, I'm not saying, I think it's a great safety precautions, because that is something that basically drunk drivers who have been convicted or who have DUIs, or DWIs, they also have to do a breathalyzer within their vehicle too before they can start the car. Now, according to this technology, it's supposed to be a way for them to distinguish who's breathing on the breathalyzer by your breath. I don't even know how they're going to do that, but I'm assuming it has something to do with DNA, or they're going to use infrared infrared software, which I think that is also kind of crazy. We are really getting in the times of Terminator, and I'm not liking it because now you want to take over my body, and now you want to take over my vehicle and how I drive, because you don't know if I'm drunk or not. But I do think this is a good thing. What do you think, T. Gray?
I'm on the fence.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence. I think that if it does legitimately see you at a point of what they deem is drunk, I think that those numbers need to change. I think that now you can have like 0.08 or 0.07 or something like that. And if you're over that, you're considered drunk. I know people who function fine. and I'm not, believe you all, I'm not advocating to be a drunk driver, because the message is, yes, drunk drivers do kill people. Drunk drivers kill themselves. It can become very dangerous. One of my best friends, love him to death, he's has had several DUIs. He's had the breath mechanism. And when he gets drunk, he's had the girlfriend to breathe into it, and he continues to drive. So because I know that there are people like that in the world who choose alcohol over their lives and the lives of other people around them, then I would be yes for the monitor going into all new vehicles. However, I think that it needs to be a little bit more stringent on what that number is to say that yes, you are drunk. If this is going to be another way of really stockpiling information, the reality of it is this is where we are as a society. Everything you do is to stockpile our information, so it's nothing to be fearful of. Um, but again, like I said, because I know that there are some people who put alcohol before their lives or other people's lives, I'm with it. I just think that maybe the rules should I think that there should be a little bit more leeway in the rules, only because I'm the type of person who can have two glasses of wine and function properly. But maybe two glasses of wine I might blow at point oh 0.08. But you know what I mean? I think that that number should change. But
And
I
I
think
think
it
they should
will
also,
get live.
but I think that the also technology that I also like on my vehicle that I have is if you lane change or you start drifting too fast, your car does it for you. You come too close enough to a vehicle, your car has this automatic braking system now where if you come too close, it'll automatically brake. So to me, those technologies make sense to have in a vehicle because it's not too much of an invasion of privacy. Is actually letting you know or indication of those things and kind of can prevent you from swerving into somebody and hitting them. But yes, I do think the laws need to be amended just a little bit. Okay, so y'all all know that we love music here, and I am so here for a woman voicing her opinion. So shout out to Summer Walker and her album debuting and breaking #1 records. I mean, in the first week on Apple Music, she has had over 760,000 streams. The album is still over it. I'm not sure if you all are hip to her previous album, Over It, but I think that this album was super dope because it's a female voicing her opinions about the things that she's going through in her relationships. Um, and it's just an amazing to see that she's doing all of these great numbers, despite the fact that her and London on the track got into it a little spar to spar on the internet. You know, it was a little minuscule, you know what I'm saying? Got a little touchy there with the verbiage. But my baby girl is riding on an ultimate high. And I'm not mad at it. A lot of people, she had a lot of critics, people hating on her album, saying, oh, don't let Summer Walker talk. She was a meme. But her bank account is not her bank account is not a meme, and neither are her numbers and her streams. So bars to you, shout out to you, Summer Walker, for doing that. I think it was a good release album because people love drama. We love it. We love the drama. We love the emotions. We love to hear a woman voice what she went through. It was beautiful. Did you get a chance to listen to it?
Nope, I haven't listened to one song. You might be playing it on the radio, and I don't even know it's her, to be honest with you. What I have seen though is just everything in social media, and it's a lot of dudes. It's a lot of dudes mad at Summer Walker's album, and then some people were like, it's a song that Silk Sonic got out that's like the male version of what she was going through, what she's dealing with. But so I've never really been like, oh, Summer Walker. Like I'm not like a super huge fan. I've listened to a couple of things, but no, I haven't even heard it though. But I will say this. Anytime an album gets this much traction, especially when it's from our male counterparts, some shit. So I would only feel, well, even without hearing it, just based on what these men are saying, that she's in a Mary J. Blige type vein, where it's going to hit because she just had this breakup. So if this is what she's giving us, or she's giving us this insight into her life, if the females are feeling it, then y'all enjoy it. I ain't heard it. I'm gonna listen to this shit after the show and see what all the buzz is about.
Any of the songs was like that deep that she talks about everyday stuff that people go through all the time. So what are y'all mad because she's actually like speaking on it? I'm confused. It's music, it's art. We're supposed to be able to be expressive and express ourselves any form and fashion, any way that we want to. Because I mean, in y'all music, y'all saying some real demeanor, busting on her face and all this other wild ass shit.
And y'all don't have a problem with that.
Talking about music and making sure you get your numbers, we got to give people their stars and their roses while they're here. And shout out to Missy Elliott because she definitely got her star finally on the Walk of Fame. Yes, the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce presented Missy Elliott with her coveted star in Hollywood. This actually recently, this past Monday. We all know that she's from Virginia, which is awesome. She has a lot of classic music and endless a catalog that is out of this world. She's worked with multiple artists from Aaliyah to Mariah Carey to Whitney Houston, Mary J. Blige, Monica, Jasmine Sullivan, and these are just a number or a few. So I'm so proud. She has a 4-decade career. She has influenced the hip hop culture on so many levels that you just wouldn't believe. Her style, her genre, everything has always been unique and completely original. There is no other female out in the industry that has ever been a Missy Elliott. She is definitely one of a kind in everything that she does. And honestly, I remember doing some of the dances and how everybody made fun of her for coming out in a balloon, in a trash bag. But that video was fucking torch. Get your I remember doing that. Like she crossed over with so many different artists. Missy Elliott is a fucking beast. She should have been had her star on a, I'm gonna give her roses today.
Most definitely. So
Are you a Elliott fan?
I'm huge. I grew up on Missy.
Okay.
So I used to be a Missy fan way back when she sang with Sister. Like she was my girl, even in that group. I loved her. And then to just see her grow and how she changed things, like everybody was on some I Can't Stand the Rain. Like that was new wave, her sound, her voice, her everything like this. So, it has been just a phenomenal ride being on this one as a fan. To just take this ride. So I'm very proud of her. I'm so happy for her. I love it anytime Black women win anyway, but she is more than deserving. I think sometimes Missy does not get enough credit for how amazing she is. And I think that the other female rappers that kind of follow how she operates, say like a Rhapsody or somebody like that, who could stay fully dressed but still be sexy as fuck and give you these lyrics that rattle your soul.
You gotta like Google this shit. Like,
like it's a handful. Rhapsodies like that, Chica's like that. Like it's not a lot. And I'm not taking nothing away from the Little Kims or the Nicki Minaj's or the Cardi B's or Megan's. I'm not taking nothing away from y'all. Y'all bodies are amazing. Sex sales, do it. But how awesome it is to see a chick fully dressed, be sexy as fuck, fully dressed, kill these bars, kill the style, give you something different that you've never seen before
or heard,
and watch me walk, or heard, and watch me walk on this Hollywood Walk of Fame. Here go my name. Here go my name, bitch. Here go my name.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now you get to enjoy this star quality.
I feel like creativity is lost when you got more skin out than lyrics out. That's just my personal opinion. And I'm not knocking anybody, but because everybody do what they feel like they should. But I just feel like when you can do it and not be half naked, you's a bad bitch.
Definitely a bad, definitely. Okay, talking about being in the Walk of Shame.
Not shaming nobody. I'm shaming nobody. I'm just
saying, you know.
Saying, if I put my titties away and I'm still a bad bitch, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm feeling this way right now. I'm feeling like Missy at the moment.
Exactly. No, but you see, the thing is, what I love about Missy is that she exudes that. She exudes that natural beauty, everything. I absolutely adore her whole everything. So I think like a lot of my style, as far as not giving a fuck about what people think about the things that I wear, all my different color lipsticks, I can appreciate her for that because she definitely did not give a fuck about what anybody. Zero. But since you brought up, like I said, talking about being a walk of shame, poor Stevie J. Finally, Stevie J is getting his heart broken by none other than Faith Evans, the widow of Biggie Smalls, that everybody knows. And surprisingly, Stevie was the one who filed for their divorce. I'm not gloating or anything like this. This is just a shock to me. Apparently, he accuses her of cheating, or what she was caught cheating, and he recently filed for divorce. It's very unfortunate. I think there were a lot of issues. They got married back in, what was it, 2018? Yeah, they got married in 2018 at a quiet wedding in Las Vegas. And then like around December 2019, Stevie made a headline tweet basically saying no woman is faithful. One, insecurities can damage them. Cherish what you love, because you know what? Nothing will last forever. Poor Stevie. That doesn't sound like a man scorn. I guess she really did get to him this time, you know. But
so where's the proof?
So Jocelyn, I'm about to say Jocelyn always gotta have her 2 cents in something that says that Faith always has a way of coming up, dropping shit, trying to start drama every time her show about to come on. And you know what? It don't even matter, because at the end of the day, any publicity is good publicity. So Jocelyn, you are also doing the same thing. You're also creating headlines as well. So keep driving all the traffic to both of y'all, y'all family. I actually wish them nothing but the best. I don't really give 2 shits about this story, because I just feel like, though, karma-wise, everything happens the way that it happens, how it's supposed to happen, whether she cheated or not. It just is what it is. And I'm sorry that he's hurt by that, but I just don't choose to care enough.
I mean, so where's the proof? Where's the proof? Let's talk about the proof.
It's assumption. Oh, Jocelyn too as well.
So Stevie J and Faith have both been through a shit ton of relationships. Yep. And I think that they're both 2 people who just like to be married. Like, they marry every other person. So one, I wasn't surprised when they hooked up and then they got married. But I feel like you reap what you sow. Maybe Stevie J was getting a little bit of his own medicine thrown back at him. Just a little bit. You know, maybe this was just his turn. Or maybe she ain't do nothing for real. I don't know, because I don't be in their bed, and I don't be in their text messages, and I don't care who Faith sleeping with or Stevie J. I ain't fucking with one of them. But I think that a lot of times we get so shocked by the men who take a stand. So for him having the strength to do so, for him having the strength to say, you know what, I'm out, then I applaud him on that. I know they have a special needs child together. So I hope that at the end of the day that these kids don't suffer. But both of them are the type of people who just be bouncing from bed to bed and marry every other person. Like, that's just them. It's unfortunate, but y'all toxic together. So
I missed an important part. Allegedly, well, not allegedly, because she got taken into custody. They got into a fight. Police were called. They saw scratches, and she was taken in. It's just all domestic.
She's light skin. You're always going to see scratches. When have y'all ever known Stevie J to put his hands on a woman?
No, other way around. No, Faith Evans in. Faith got taken in because he had scratches and stuff on his face, and the police saw it.
That makes sense.
He was released on bail, you know what I'm saying? But he always getting his ass slapped or beat. That makes sense. That do make sense.
He that type of dude. That's messed up. No wonder he be writing all them notes.
You know, everybody getting beat up now.
He be on his Summer Walker shit.
You need to go listen to Summer Walker album for sure. So apparently everybody's getting beat up nowadays, not just Stevie J. Grant Hill's daughter is her name, Grant Hill and Tamia Hill's daughter. Well, apparently her 19-year-old daughter beats up some poor girl. I'm so sorry for you, Jenna Loza. Poor Tink Tink.
No, she did a fantastic job.
Isla, yes, she did an awesome job. She beats her up brutally. Anyway, yeah, so just like any other Proud Dad, he makes a post and he goes to Twitter and he's super excited. He said, I'm still in awe of my daughter, Mila's performance in her first amateur MMA fight. She was focused, composed, which her mother and I, not before and during the fight, and I were not. They were not composed or at ease because they just knew their baby girl was about to get into a fight. But she definitely dominated that fight and brutally beat that poor Tink Tink ass. I'm so sorry. But I love
Mila, your world, Mila. Easy.
sir. Take your time, Marla. Take your time, Marla. There you go. Flatten her out. There you go. Oh yeah! Yes, sir, Marla! Finish it! Finish it, Marla! Finish it! Finish it! Finish it! Yeah! Yeah! Let's fucking go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Yeah, Marla!
Nothing like seeing a proud dad root and cheer for his girl, coaching her right all the way through. He said, yeah, let's fucking go. Calm and steady, calm and steady. Yeah, she dominated that fight.
Yes. So our guest is in the building.
Yes, welcome back, EMT group. I am super excited to announce our next guest, which her name is Ebony Thomas. She was on the show previously before. She talked about, she has a whole credit restoration company. She helps build your resume, helps prepare you for interviews. She gives consultations. She can help you start your business. She's just doing a lot of great things. So I'm so happy to introduce her and to have her back onto our show. Are they going to bring you in now? Hi, beautiful.
Just waiting for the camera to.
Hello.
So.
Okay, we're having some slight difficulty. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is.
Here we go. Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me tonight.
I'm so grateful to have you back with us.
Thank you so much for having me back. My sister's here with us as well.
I must go ahead and get your. Go ahead. We're gonna give you a second. You know what I'm saying? Right? You want to get yourself together, have a seat, and
okay. Give me one second.
Show. That's why it's called Illustrate Radio. You know.
All right. Let me sit down here.
These lights are so bright. I feel like So how have you been?
I've been doing well. Thank you so much for asking. How have you ladies been?
We've been
good.
We've been well. So I see that you have things coming up and everything. But before we get into all of that, go ahead and give us a little bit more, just in case they don't remember you. Give us a little bit of a refresher of who you are and everything that you possess and all of the qualities and things and services that you offer. Because to be honest, the list is extensive. I don't feel like I did you any justice a second ago.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, I am Ebony of EMT Group. I have been a career coach, credit counselor, and a small business consultant for the better part of the last 14 years. Previously, when I was on the show, I was speaking about kind of a course of a 3-day course that what I was a part of, and I was going to take on the career portion. So, however, to describe EMT Group, we offer. I'm a boutique agency. I work alone. My sister as well. She's a career coach. We're twins. I offer career coaching, career services, credit services, as well as small business consulting and nonprofit consulting services. With the career services, I offer resume writing, career coaching, interview prep, along with salary negotiation and LinkedIn overhaul and maintenance. With the credit, I offer, of course, credit repair, learning how to budget and learning how to save. So financial health to get you ready to be, become a homeowner or to start a business, and also about business credit as well. And with regards to small business consulting and nonprofit consulting, I walk you through that entire process from the name creation all the way up into the final moment where you'll be cutting the scissors and opening your business. I've done this for some time, have lots of expertise, lots of clients I've worked with, helping them better, their career, their credits, and turn that idea into a real profitable small business.
Wow. When I said extensive, oh my gosh. Hi sister, how you doing, beautiful?
Hello, hello.
And what's your name?
My name is Coach Erica Thomas. I am a small business coach and career coach as well. My
Okay.
signature program are building career bosses and building business bosses. In building career bosses, I'm looking to get you into a higher salary within 3 to 6 months of starting your transition and getting you. I've already got increases from 30,000 up to 75,000 for those who are transitioning into tech or trying to upgrade their career. And in building business bosses, I help you build your business from the ground up, from the legalities all the way up into the launch.
Wow. Y'all, I mean, y'all are dynamic. Y'all are forced to be reckoned with.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So, you all have something very special coming up. There is the Pivot to Recruiting 3-day boot camp. Give us a little bit about what's going to be happening in this boot camp and what is the Pivot to Recruiting?
Okay. I've been a recruiter for some time, and what I need to see is more Black recruiters. That's really ideally my goal. This particular boot camp is for anyone, but my focus is for increase the numbers of Black recruiters, across the industries, across whether it's IT, healthcare, wherever. So this pivot to recruiting 3-day boot camp is like a fast track into the world of talent acquisition and recruiting, giving you the foundations and the fundamentals and the differences between the two and how they differ from HR. Giving you a fast track into how to source and recruit, what tools to use, and how diversity plays a role in all of this. Why it's so important. Going through the background of why how to push back on hire managers that are difficult and what to do when you get a difficult position. We're going to talk about the laws associated with talent acquisition and recruiting. Why it's so important to always have those laws in mind when you're out there sourcing and recruiting. We're going to talk about a lot of information that will teach you how to talk and walk like a recruiter. And then the last day, we're going to go through resume tips, LinkedIn tips, interview tips, and the job search strategies so that you can come across your first opportunity in recruiting, whether it's a contract or an actual junior recruiter role. And so all of that's going to be in from November 15th, 16th, and 17th. You can purchase it at pivottorecruiting.com. The introductory price is $199. The December session will go to its regular price, which is $399. So this is a very special, very, very, very special 3-day boot camp that would definitely help individuals transition to recruiting. You don't need a degree. Okay, you don't need to have any experience. It's great if you've had, exposure to, hiring. Maybe you've worked as a, in restaurant industry as a manager and you've done a lot of recruiting and hiring things like that. Well, that's related experience. Maybe you worked in healthcare and one of the one of your duties and responsibility as a department manager was hiring and recruiting. Now you want to make that full transition. This particular boot camp will help you make that transition by getting the basics and the fundamentals of recruiting.
And another thing this boot camp will do is, like she said, transition because I came from a social work background. So those who come from a background where they're used to dealing with customers first and foremost, but also interviewing people, being able to listen to cohesively to people and take what they're saying and apply that to a position. This is going to be the best position for them. We're talking about unfilled jobs right now that are ranging from $35 an hour or better, going up to 50, 60, 70, depending on what companies you're recruiting for. And there's so many different positions in talent acquisitions. You have the recruiter, you have the recruiter coordinator, you have the sourcer. So we're not just talking about you saying you're going to be a recruiter. You could be very well a sourcer for a recruiter, and that only involves you going to find the candidates, and then you submit them to the recruiter, who will go through the full process of screening them and getting them ready for the interview. And then you have the HR, which is the the recruiting coordinator, who will coordinate the interview time. So it's so many different components to the talent acquisition team. It's not just recruiting. So we're going to be explaining the difference between those positions and how one of those positions can take your transferable skills that you have already and use it to the best of your ability when now you're not making 15, 16, 10, $11 an hour. You're over $30 an hour. You're making a great living for yourself now.
Wow.
That sounds like it was such a lot to take in. I want everyone to make sure. How can they actually find out more information and get more detailed information? Because you just told me so much in just a little short period of time. I didn't feel like I could
right
all
there
of
on
the
the
good
screen. The
at this
website, the website is pivottorecruiting.com. So spelled out the way, pivot, PIVOTTO recruiting.com. And if you look at the screen, everything is there. But it's going to be, like I said, the fast track 3-day boot camp is going to be interactive. It's going to be fun filled, and it's definitely going to be give you a lot of insight, into the world of talent acquisition and recruiting.
So what I would love to know from you ladies, clearly you've been twins for a long time.
Yeah.
How is this process, being sisters, being so close, and then going and being in business together? What is that dynamic like?
It's actually great. So when she's doing a career consultation, because I've got more years of experience in it, and she needs my expertise, it's so funny because she'll call me right into it. And this is her easy transition. So I'll jump right into the topic, what she's talking about with her client. I'll go ahead and give us a standard reply and allow them to continue to go. So it works out very perfectly. She comes in, oftentimes and asks me a lot of information so that she can soak up my knowledge, so that she's able to go back, because she's great with marketing, and go back and disseminate that knowledge, to her LinkedIn following, so anybody can, read it. So I love the fact that we can share that between us. I'm the subject matter expert. She's like the
Junior.
the junior trainee,
Yeah.
and she soaks up all my knowledge. And I love the way she markets and represent it out so that she can, make other people, aware of it and learn from the insight that I have. Because she knows, even this, I was like, a camera. What? Like, she knows that this is so new for me. So I'm trying to learn to be better, more interactive with my following and be on camera a little bit more. So for my sister, she got it down pat. So I'll tell her, she'll ask me a question. I'll tell her, I said, now you should make a post. And she'll go right and make a post about it. And it'll do wonderful. So it works as a team effort.
It's
definitely helpful. I'm sorry. I need to cut you off. It's definitely helpful for me because, like I said, I came from social work, so she transitioned me in to technology and then transitioned me into recruiting. So being able to go in there and be able to ask a question right then and there, it is awesome versus me having to ask somebody else who may not know as much as my sister, because she's actually very well versed in technology, even more well versed in recruiting. So I have an in-home dictionary, thesaurus, just a whole wealth of information right with me, and that makes me feel more comfortable. Like I said, my whole niche was small business coaching. So being able to turn that over to a career, and it's been going great with the career coaching transition. I actually like I said, like to have a number one straight away person who can answer my questions without me having to do the research and maybe come up with an answer that's not great. That's not, people can understand. So
That's awesome. So you all talked about marketing and having to get creative and wanting to be on camera. I've noticed a couple of creative things that you all have been doing lately. Let's get into a little bit of that. I'm seeing a lot of movement. I know you probably, but I'm seeing you on front of it too. So talk about some of the technology and how you had to incorporate what is going on today with what you're doing as well.
Erica is a superb TikTok coach. Y'all have no idea. I'm not even trying to gas up because she's my twin, because she knows that I am generally not the one for the pictures and the camera. Like, I would do it, I have to, but it really has to be like something super important otherwise. But she told me I need to incorporate TikTok. It's so important to incorporate TikTok because everybody's on TikTok now. So I needed to. First, when she was in Florida before she came up, I kept saying, no, I can't do this without you. I just can't do it. I literally only had about 1,250 followers, literally. So since she's been here with me visiting and stuff like that, she's been here and she's going to stay. I don't want her to go because of this. Because look, she taught me some techniques on TikTok. Literally in 3 days, the last 3 days, what you've been seeing has taken me from 1,250. I'm over 5,000 following in just 3 days with her ideas. It's her timing, of the day. It's the ideas she put together for like the little skits I do for the video. That's all her. Like, I'm like, girl, you really, and her following is all over 55,000. So 60,009. So she's very right. She's an influencer creator and she's on there. So she's very good at this. So I always tell her, like, you really should, brand yourself as a TikTok coach, because you really can take businesses, people like me who are really not comfortable in front of the camera, but make it fun. So now I come to her like, okay, I got this idea. What about this? And I'm like, what you think? And then she'll be like, let's do it. I'm like, okay, come on, let's do it. Now I'm excited, but before I'm like, nah, this is not for me. So she makes it very comfortable to try to, want to do some of these skits of that. And it's really done, especially my credit ones, it's really done well in the last few days. It has really garnered a lot of retweets or reshares or whatever, Twitter reshares, but a lot of activity and a lot of business as well, because credit is a pain point for a lot of people. So I've been scheduling consultations, been able to help people get on the right path for their finances so they can, get that generational wealth and start down that path.
And for me, it's just like I can do it in my sleep. Like it doesn't require a lot of thought. I can look at something and tell you exactly what that's going to be, what it's not going to be. Because what happened was while we was in COVID, I kept hearing about TikTok for small businesses. For a long time, a lot of us thought TikTok was for children because we always saw kids on TikTok and they always talk about TikTok. But then I heard about small business TikTok. So I'm like, let me tap into this and see what I can get. So I made my profile and I let it sit up there for some weeks without checking it. When I came back, I was like, whoa, okay, let me see what I can do for this. From that point then, I actually studied TikTok for about 2 to 3 weeks. I just scanned the timeline and see exactly what people were doing. And in the beginning, you get a little intimidated because you don't know if you're going to be able to do all of those video edits and things of that nature. So you're immediately like, damn, can I really do this? Honey, once I started learning how to do this, and also listening to my followers, because as they was enjoying my content, they was teaching me what I needed. They were telling me what I needed to do this or whatever. I listened to them. Social listening is what a lot of businesses miss. I listened to them. I tapped into their pain points, and boom, before I know it, I'm over 10,000. I'm over 30,000, and where I'm at. And see, I had a period where I was stagnant because I've had to fight for my profile back from TikTok like 5 times, y'all. They tried to get me on up out of there, but I always fought and got my profile back. So I'm a little abrasive right now because they be watching me like hawks right now, whatever the case is. Yeah, but
TikTok jail.
Find your niche on there, and when you stick to it and stop trying to overthink it, it flows like water. So I just want her to be able to tap into the market because TikTok is one of the fastest growing social medias today. That people are going on and they're able to become themselves, even if they never post content, even if they're just scrolling, liking, they're learning while they're there. Versus Facebook and Instagram, where you've got to send a follow request or a friend request, you've got to hope somebody accepts it. TikTok isn't like that. Somebody can watch your video, they may not like it, but they learn something from it, and they may get call you or contact you, whatever the case is about your business. So that's what TikTok is for me. I tell all small business owners and anybody who's trying to grow with anything, you need TikTok, but you need to learn how to work it as well.
Okay, sound like a new crash course.
Yeah, you're right.
So we talked about taking a boot camp and really teaching people TikTok and the benefits. I know I can tell you I'm my own testimony for the last 3 days. If it wasn't for her ideas, and it's just it might be small to somebody else, but to garner over 4,000 followers in just a 72-hour period. That's a small accomplishment.
Technique. It's you have to know algorithms, like
right. Yes, everything right.
Per day, you got to make a post in a reel. Then you got so it's like and then having the voiceovers, not having your own music playing in the background. Make sure you utilize their music.
Right.
Those type of things. Using the captions to say it for you. Those things help you pick up on followers like real quick.
And
much as I should be, but now I think I'm rethinking it.
I think you guys would love it. I think it's so good for the show. I definitely do, especially because you go live. This is what people would love. The comments will be, flooding in, just being able to go live, like having your phone set up while you guys are doing it. I'm telling you, it'd be so wonderful. It'll definitely grow. You guys, lots of more people will enjoy watching you guys. I know they will. And learning so much from the show because you guys are interviewing, giving people like me, small businesses, a chance to come on and speak about what we offer, and trying to hit, so we're trying to hit target audiences that we haven't hit before. And I think that your guys' presence on TikTok is definitely needed. So
okay, we're gonna think about it. We might give us a crash course.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know we blacks, we want a discount on that crash.
Yeah.
So that kind of brings me to our next question, because in supporting Black business, I hear a lot of business owners say how hard it is for us as Black people to be wholeheartedly supportive and to not expect the hookup or what have you when it comes to business. Do you find that that is a roadblock that you all have to get around sometimes, or is your clientele kind of on the up and up?
Not on the up and up. I think that one thing I press in my content, and I think Erica presses too, is that the same energy you take when you save up for that like Gucci sweater, or to like go hang out like every week with your friends, even them offering to pay, is the same interest that you need to take in yourself and invest in yourself, because you know that there are goals that you want to accomplish. So when you're ready, you're gonna come. Not forcing you. Even with my consultations, I always tell my clients, this is not a consultation, a space to push my services on you. You're going to get a very detailed summary of what we talk about. And if you want to try it yourself, by all means. However, if you want to hire me, there's going to be information and a link below so that you can. The objective is to help you grow, but you have to get to that level to to realize that growth is needed. So we're not gonna, I can do all things with Christ except lower my price. They are what they are. I offer payment plans. Through Klarna and Sezzle for my service for pivotal recruiting and for my actual services. So there is no need, there is no need for you to say this is too expensive. What are you willing to invest in your growth? If you're not willing to invest in your growth, then are you ready to grow? Because honestly, we all know that motto. It takes money to make money, right? You know that. We've heard that before, so that's what I'm saying. So when you're ready to invest, you will, and the price won't be the problem.
And more importantly, value. We're providing value.
Yeah.
We're going to get ready to give you a service that's going to change your life.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to go down on our price, because guess what? Your price is going to go up. Your business is going to increase. Your salary is going to increase. Why do I need to downgrade my price? Because you're not ready to pay that right now. And that means you're used to being stagnant, and I'm not mad at you. I can't force anything on you, but I have nothing for you for free or for discount. If I do a discount, like I got a 15% discount right now, only because we're getting ready to go near Black Friday. That's going to go to the end of this month. But do I?
I love it. I'm loving all the energy, because you set the tone.
Yeah.
Your value is your value, and then that's just what it is. And I'm proud of y'all for doing that, actually.
Because listen, this is what most businesses don't do. They don't provide value in their content. You have to make customers understand why they need your product or service. Tell them why that's going to change their life. When you do that, then they should have no problem paying the price. Because if they're going to buy out a store on things that's not going to change their life, but simply just change their look for one night, then why can't they get something that's going to change their life for the duration? Because you can go buy the best outfit, get the best hair and all that stuff, but then you take it off, and then there you are again by yourself. There's you, plain as day, still making the same money, still living the same life, and you didn't increase anything. But if you take that money from however much that costs right there, and say, okay, I'm going to invest in career, I'm going to invest in credit, I'm going to invest into my business, and guess what? By the end of next year, and within a year, I can be exactly where I want to be. It only took me a year to transition from $36,000, $500,000 in social services to get up to 140 where I'm at right now. Because I had to do what? Well, I got to insist I didn't have to invest a lot in, but I'm just saying, I invested a lot into my growth period, because in order for me to become a coach, I had to get a certification. There are certain things I had to pay for in order for me to get to where I am. You're going to have to think the same way, and you're going to have to find the value in that. And if you don't, then I'm not going to press you, but you're not.
Mm-mm.
All things for price except lower the price.
Yeah. Where the shirt at? Where's the shirt?
Oh my gosh. I swear. So I know we talked about TikTok and everything, and a couple of the tips that you gave, I actually want to let people know about them. So if you don't mind, one of the recent TikToks you did, I think it was basically saying the 3 things you can do to increase your credit score.
Yeah. So anything to increase your credit score. Right now, if you're dealing with collections, that's the first thing you have to handle. Before you do anything else, handle the collections and handle them the right way, because everything cannot be disputed away. Please don't believe the hype. I'm telling you, please don't believe the hype. You can do everything can. So you deal with that first, but make sure it is verified and validated. You understand? That means they have to send you proof that you signed whatever agreement with your signature to say that you really indeed incurred this debt. Okay, that's what any is. So it's different. Another thing that you can do is please pay your bills on time. You can report with certain credit bureaus. You can report your bills and get a boost in your credit score. However, if you start paying them late, that will affect your credit score. So get in a habit of paying your bills on time. That would definitely join credit unions, hence the word credit. Making sense? Credit unions. Credit unions will definitely help you. Their credit unions have their own score as well. They have their range from 300 to 800. So sometimes it doesn't matter if your FICO is 580. If your credit union score is 700, they're going to approve you for that small loan that might be helping you for Christmas or might be whatever. So join credit unions as many as you can. You don't have to be as active. You can do the minimum in the account, but join credit unions. That's definitely going to help you build your score. Okay. And final thing, because I said after is final thing. Authorized user. If you are able to tap into somebody's 100% payment history and the length of their account by being added, no, you won't have access to the card. Tell them you don't need access to the card. You just want to tap into their 100% payment history. You can look at least, I promise you, at least a 40-point increase if you're tapped into somebody's perfect payment history as an authorized user. And if you have the ability to do so, if you have a family member that you know is very good with that, a friend, just like I said, you let them know, I don't need no access to the card. You I gotta never tell me how to get it. I just need to tap into your payment history because I would really love the boost in my credit in order to help me attain whatever goal I'm trying to attain.
Oh, so that's dope. So we got it covered. Okay, so you said take care of your collections.
Yes, collections.
Yeah, take care of your collections. Pay your bills on time. Join credit union.
Pay the bills on time and use them to boost, like with Experian Boost. Add your bills there. You're able to add. It'll scan your bank. Use your checking account. Having to scan your checking account, and it looks for everything that's a bill. So like it'll catch your electric bill, it'll catch your cell phone bill, and then it starts recording those in a separate section of your credit report to help you boost your score. Okay, all right. That's the second one. Now go ahead to the third one.
Okay, so you said pay your stuff on time. Join a credit union. Make sure authorized user. Yes. And okay, so
that's it. Okay. Yep. Very easy.
So where can they find you all? Again, make sure y'all drop the event information. Give us your personal Instagrams as well, because sis, we want to tap into your services as well, unless you have access to this page too. Yeah, so tell us where we can find you.
Okay, EMT Group is supposed to be an E. If you look at the bottom in the corner, it's supposed to be an E after the P. So EMT Group, EMTGROUPE LLC on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. That's all my pages, the same thing. So EMT Group, pivot2recruiting.com is the website for the 3-day boot camp that will help you on the fast track to the world of talent acquisition and recruiting. And of course, emtgroup.com for my services. I'm sorry, EMT Group. She's right. emtgroupllc.com. Don't let me mess up.
Everything is cohesive, boo. Everything.
Yeah, emtgroupllc.com. Everything is the same, so you have no issues with trying to figure out the spelling. Again, it's EMTGROUPE
Got it right now.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, they're right there. Right. Yeah. Thank you.
I am all building career bosses across the board, or I am Erica Thomas. So building career bosses on Instagram, building career bosses on Facebook, on TikTok is I am Erica Thomas. Instagram also has I am Erica Thomas. Facebook also has I am Erica Thomas, because I have
the fact that be consistent. So we are like, you can't find me somewhere, you're gonna find me everywhere else.
Right. Oh yeah, right, yeah. Right. And those are my websites. I am ericathomas.com, buildingcareerbosses.com. You have to, in business, you have to make sure that the name resonates across all social medias, because any different you will miss your customer. You don't
Yeah.
want to do that.
Yeah, we definitely don't. And T Gray, what else you got anything that you want to drop or what you got going on this week before we close out the show?
Oh, you guys, this week, Friday, of course. Friday, of course, is going to be an open mic. Your girl will be there slinging some jokes to these folks at the Taste of Caribbean. So if you're in the DMV, it's in Capitol Heights, make sure you stop on by. We've got a fantastic live show for you guys on Tuesday, Sex Talk with T Gray. Can't wait for that dope comedian. We're going to have a lot of fun. And I'm about to put out these snippets of Lucky and Terrence when they was on my show. Just got finished editing that, so I can't wait to see them. Run that back real quick.
Yeah, I can't look. I'm loving all the highlights. I'm definitely gonna post. I'm horrible, but y'all are so inspiring with all of y'all posting stuff. But I'm just not good at it that great. I'm gonna learn and I'm gonna get better. I'm definitely gonna post the stuff.
But that's what's gonna get your following. Is that right there? I'm telling you, that awkward. Like I'm literally that awkwardness is what's going to get your
that not knowing is
right.
a pain point. So
That's
let them not know with you.
Right.
That's what
so
I'm saying. Let them.
You're gonna think so much trying to. I'm telling you, even that thinking content record like when you, because I'm telling you that is a pain point. That's what's going to drive people to you and want to follow you, because you're being your authentic self. You're going to be learning, while TikTok is going to be. They're going to come in the corner. They're going to teach. They're going to tell you what to do, and then you're going to have a following. So I promise you, just don't overthink. That's the last thing. Don't overthink. Be comfortable.
All right. Thinking I'm gonna just do so. Y'all gonna see some improvement too, because you follow me as well.
Yes.
And I'm so excited to hear about y'all event. You said that your event is November 15th,
16th, and 17th. Yes.
Day course is going to be lit. I can't wait to hear everything all about it and to have you all back on the show, because I'm sure this is not going to be the last that we see you all. Again, I'm currently following you, but everyone make sure that you also follow me at Magical AF Podcast. I just dropped another episode as well, and I'm spitting a little bit of poetry, so giving y'all something slightly different, so y'all make sure y'all check it out. I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit.
Okay.
Y'all leave y'all comments, but be respectful, okay? Shout out to WEMS Radio. That is the house that pays and slays us and make sure that we are able to bring this beautiful platform to you. If you all get a chance or you missed us tonight, it's okay, because go on Roku, 7 on Demand channel. Hit us up on YouTube. We are everywhere, and I'm sure that our producer and our engineer in the background are gonna make sure it's up on YouTube ASAP. So y'all can even repost this episode as well. Don't be scared to record, repost the clips, tag us in it. Let us know what your favorite part was, and we will see you all back here next Wednesday.
Hey.
Thank you, EMT. Thank you,
Erica Thomas.
Here, DJ Stiletto, we definitely missed you. Yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
Thank you.
Bye, ladies. Bye. Thank you. Y'all have a great night.
Prophet, I need you.
I was born by the river. I was shaking that ass, bending over, popping pistol. I was making that cat. Bring that ass.